All right, mister, let me first start by saying that since I'm not the one that's feeling this pain, I'm trying to find things for you that I know will bring some stretch into that portion of your back. And I'm focusing on both sides, not just the injured side, but also we want to release both sides because we know that that's what got you into this trouble. But I'm not the one feeling it. And so if I'm taking you into anything that causes pain, if it's okay to move right to the edge of the pain, it's not okay to sit in the pain. And that's what I felt like was happening with you yesterday, trying to get into your hips. We were just getting too much into your back and it just wasn't good for you. So let's regress a little bit, take you into some milder options. If these do not work for you, please let me know. There's a million other options that we can find to try to help get you back. Okay, so I'm going to bring you into a child's pose that has a lateral flexion, which means a side bend. And so in this case, what you would do is reach your arms forward, so long in the spine. Now you can see that I have my tail down on my heels. For some of you strong guys, you're not able to get this deep. Your knees might hold you back, or your low back might hold you back, or it might be your ankles. If it's your ankles, if you can't flatten your ankles like this, take a towel, roll the towel up, put the towel underneath your ankles so that your feet can now flex over, and then you'll drop down. And if you still can't have your bottom comfortably sitting on your feet, take another one, place it behind your knees. You might need both of these, you might only need one of these. You're gonna play around with it. The object is for you to be able to drop into this position with your tail resting and your spine long. Then you're going to walk your hands over to the right side, and you're going to take your left hand, put it on top of your right hand, drop your head down, and start pulling your left bottom back towards your left heel. So what's going to happen is you should be feeling this all the way from the tricep, the armpit, all the way down this side into your hip. That's what we're looking for. You're gonna spend 30 seconds. If it feels okay to spend a minute there and it feels like you're really stretching what you're trying to stretch, take a minute there. Come out of it. Any longer than that, your feet, your hips might start falling asleep. So about a minute is good. Okay, next, when you get into the gym before you're working out, just go grab one of those big exercise bands, and I want you to hook it up to the squat rack. You're gonna lay down, scoot away far enough that you can pull tension into the strap, and then you're gonna lift your left leg. So your left hip is gonna be pulling toward your right foot. It's pulling away from your body. And then you're gonna drop it back down. So keeping this tension on this band is different than just raising and lowering your leg, because it gives your upper back something to pull on. And as long as you're pulling your tail away from the body, you're gonna be feeling this stretch all the way down that whole left side of your back. Of course, we wanna loosen both sides, so you'll go ahead and you'll do the right side too. Just remembering, whichever leg you're lifting, you're pulling that hip away from the squat rack the whole time. So your back is staying flat, your bottom is pulling that direction, your leg is pulling that direction. We want this whole side of your back to be getting long and stretched while you are doing that lifting and lowering. 5 or 10 on each leg. Coach Summer has some PVC pipes back in the equipment room. Grab you a PVC pipe. And then if they've got the benches pulled out, great. If they don't have the benches pulled out, you can just do this on those boxes that y'all have that you step up on. You're gonna turn your palms up and grab the rod, and then you're gonna put your elbows down on the bench. Now, you're gonna walk your feet back until they're just under your hips, turn your toes under. You're gonna drive your elbows down and sit your hips back. Again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to find that stretch in that portion of your back. If it causes any pain, come right to the edge of it. If it causes too much, then just don't do it. But we should be driving the elbows down and forward, sitting the hips back, getting nice and long. If you want to add triceps into it, you can extend the pull back behind your head. But right now we're just worrying about your back, okay? So you come up and then sink back. Resist with your elbows, sit your hips back, get as long as you possibly can, feel that stretch, come back up and out of it. Do 5 or so of those. Okay, for right now, I don't want you to do any deep twisting, but I do have a mild twist that I think might feel really good for you. So you're just gonna lay down onto your back, your feet can be bent, you're going to pull your left knee up and take your right hand outside your left knee. Now straighten out your right leg. You're gonna keep your left knee pushing into your hand, and you're just gonna roll onto the side until you feel the stretch in your back where you want it. You're gonna keep your tail pulling down towards your heel. Keep your left shoulder down, keep pushing your leg up into your hand. And as long as you do that, you won't go too far. If you start loosening your bottom, letting your butt stick out and rolling, now you're gonna pull deeper into this low part of the back that we don't wanna pull into. So just think, my tail pulls toward my heel, my leg drives back up into my arm, and I'm just trying to find some opening in this portion of my back. You can stay for 30 seconds or a minute. The other side is the same thing. Shoulder stays down, you're pushing up into your hand, you're pulling your tail towards your foot, and you're finding some length in your low back. Come into the hanging position off of the chin-up bar. Let your legs be heavy and long. And then you're gonna twist your hips. Your upper body is gonna stay forward. You're gonna twist away. Go ahead and go both ways. You might feel it more on this left side, but you're gonna notice that it also helps to go right as well. So that left leg hanging long right here really gets a portion of this spot on your back that you're looking for, and then you can even go deeper when you twist away to the right side. And that's it. Trying to keep it short and sweet because you have plenty of things on your plate to do, but that 4 or 5 things that you can do on your own might really help you speed up the process. And good luck.